Hey everybody, so I've been reviewing ATVs and side-by-sides here on TFL Off-Road for nearly a year. And if you've been following along with all of those reviews, you've seen the same trails over and over and over. Different machines, but always the same trail system. Now, those trails, well, they did not come out of nowhere. Now, I'm very lucky. My grandfather actually purchased the land that you see here back in 1967. So it's been in my family for over 50 years. Now, my grandfather never really had big plans for it, but my dad definitely changed that. As he grew up, he was the one who started cutting all these trails, and then my brother and I were born, and we were passed the torch. So you can really see the progression in these photos from the time I was just a little kid to the time I was a teenager. I've been out there hauling brush and cutting trails. And let me tell you, there is something kind of special about riding on the trails that you cut yourself. So from here on out, when you're watching these videos, you better know that all the trails you see, well, all of them took hours and hours of labor by either me, my family, or some of our friends. But now it's time for a new trail. So we haven't actually built trails in many, many years. So in this video, you're gonna watch us first of all go find the trail, mark the trail, and then I'm really lucky to have some good buddies who came up to help us out. We're gonna cut that trail, and this is just part one because the trail is not finished yet, but pretty soon this is gonna be the latest off-road test you're gonna see here on TFL Off-Road. And moving forward, I plan on keeping expansion going. So the trail system is just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, which just means better tests and better video for you guys to watch. So enjoy. All right, here we are out marking trails, and you can see we're marking them with the paint, and this is a little present we just found. So this is an existing trail, but it's gonna get skinnier as we go, and basically we're gonna go up to no trail, and then yeah, we're gonna cut this sucker out, and can't wait to start riding it. Marked for removal. So we're working to make this trail 15 feet wide, so we got a lot to take out here. Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was saying earlier, this is going to be a lot of time. And this isn't just little stuff, right? It's big stuff. Yeah? I'm sure that's moose. It's too big. It did look pretty big. See, back there, where we came from, there was an existing trail and we're just making it wider. But here we make our turn, and this is just real thick forest. And we got to make the trail. So the process is, you know, finding the path of least resistance, trying to work around some of these big trees, but there's certainly a lot of work here to be done, a lot of trees to take down. Okay, so now we got these. So you have that, all this stuff on the ground, and then that guy's got to go right there. Okay. Well, if that stays, well then this has got to go. Yeah. All three of these. Right? Yeah. Okay. Because it does open up sort of in this direction a little bit. Good morning, everybody. So this is that Yamaha Wolverine with those Camso tracks that you've already seen here on the channel. But today, we're actually using this thing for some real hard work. We're cutting an all-new off-road trail here at my family's property. Right now, the working title is the Boundary Line. So we got this X2 loaded up, chainsaws, fuel, axes, camera bag, whatever else you could possibly need, and we're gonna go out there and work hard with it. So follow along as I show you what we're cutting, why we're cutting what we're cutting, and then how this X2 does in helping us out. All right, there's the damage we've done. Now this was an existing trail, we're just making wider. And we're working along. This X2 is really been great. Just having this dump bed, being able to fill it up with all the gear, gas, saws, whatever you might need. And then this snow, you can see how deep it is still. And every now and then your boot breaks through and it gets pretty deep. So having these tracks just makes it, you know, hassle-free. One less thing to worry about. The machine actually making it through. Now we'll go see how the boys are doing. And we're moving ahead here. You'll see we're leaving a lot of these stumps, and there is method to the madness. We have a bulldozer. So in the spring, when all of this stuff is really soft and the ground's all mushy, bulldozer's gonna come, and with stumps like these, just rip the stump and the roots out of the ground. And the roots is a big thing, right? You wanna get the roots out to make sure this stuff never comes back and the trail stays nice and wide. So that's why everything's getting cut up tall, and then it'll be bulldozer time. And we're moving on here. I gotta come back and we keep on collecting the X2 and basically just catching up with the group. And let me at this point say, it's good to have good friends. And it's especially good to have good friends who actually think this stuff is fun. Because I didn't have to do any convincing that coming up here and cutting bush was gonna be a good time. So yeah, thanks to my buddies. Like I said, I won't tell them that in person. I'll just tell them that they all suck and they should have worked harder. But when they watch the video, they'll see their work is appreciated. Yeah, she is fully loaded up, man. Every piece of this machine is loaded with some kind of gear. And here we go, let's catch up.
Don't drink any of these, just that one.
Well, the oil's good for you, man.
I
The
know,
mix.
seriously.
A little gas oil mix?
Yeah, equal mix.
A little cough syrup to take the edge off.
Woo, a little cough syrup.
That'll get you going. Well, the boys are still back there working away behind me, and I just want to take this chance to say this is exactly the reason why you'd get something like these Camso tracks. It's not really about the fun. You know what? The fun factor on these kind of diminishes compared to tires. But for a work situation where you have a bunch of gear and you got to get it to somewhere where there's still 1-2 feet of soft snow, this thing's absolutely going to get you there, and you don't have to worry about it. The last thing you need is your work vehicle getting stuck. So you know what? This X2 has been really perfect for cutting this trail today. She's close. There it goes. Woo! Woo! Not bad. Alrighty, we're making great progress. There's the trail we just widened. There's Brandon. Say hi, Brandon. And here's the left turn we just made into the bush. So there was no trail here before, and now suddenly there's a trail. Well, there's something that resembles a trail anyway. We're still hoping that in a couple of weeks, when it's really soft and muddy out here, the bulldozer is going to be able to take down all these stumps for us, make life a lot easier. But if you didn't already know this, many hands do make light work. So next, if you ever want to cut a trail, make sure you get your buddies. Go get her. Get her out of there. There she goes. Hi, sweetheart.